Wow, that was an unexpected death. It's unbelievable. And this is the worst school shooting massacre and I ever seen that in the real life. That's unbelievable. The people doesn't imagine that understand that with the drugs addicted and makes feel if the mentally health went go insane and the psychopath that the bad person really going to the inside of the school for after lunch hour and before it was shooting at attacked anyone. And it could have been how he was done this before. And sometimes the bad person who got to kill his family members and take his own life and the person really dead is a murder suicide that and that was his obviously is a heartbreaking that I ever seen. But yeah. So and I don't like those have a bad people for comes to the invaded the high school that begins to the school shooting the massacre as and somewhat have the mass shootings are commonly rare to Southeast Asians where it existed that real life. And onto this way that there as they are have the bad people and strangers that is coming out that pull out the weapon and start the manhunt of murders for the school and just hurting some students and the people. Wow. So boys and girls, if you're living in a high school, if you're living in high school, you have any the colleges and the students, and there's somebody is dangerously area with some bad people, and they tries to commit crimes with the school shooting, like the similar to Eric Harris and Dylan Klebold, even like Ali Roger. So make sure you have to be the safety if you live in the school. Just doing it for the best with the stay living with a student career at the school, the history, and make sure you have to look for if that's some bad people as outcomes that coming invaded the school. Just make sure evacuate the school immediately. Just stay away from the bad people and don't get killed by the bad people. And this is where an unbelievable school shooting that existed on yesterday. But man, that was really rough. And the people start upset because the massacre the shooter says but who did this after his suicide and is no longer existing in the real life, but actually he's an afterlife that went into hell, that the devilish so sometimes that he would have been living in hell and sin on the Satan, and that's it. That's how really this bro bad person ever gone to the insane. Man. So that's all pretty much have to say. We have to talking about this tragedy. That tragedy of the school massacre. That's really talking about it. And here is the moral of the story. Never do a massacre, and don't go on to sleep into the lunch hours school. And and I feel bad for the children, and I feel bad to students and teacher. And this is rough. Okay, so that's all pretty much have to say about to talk about it, and I'll see you for the next video. And take care, boys and girls, as always. Later.